You know, we all make mistakes. They just got to keep on making sure they make them less and less. I mean, that's the whole idea. You're talking big football matches. You know, for the top, it could be relegation. You know, sometimes we're fortunate that someone hasn't just lost 5 games on the trot and that's their 6th and they get the sack. And people go, oh yeah, but they've already lost 5. It doesn't work like that. It's a big football game that was just the other day. Liverpool done amazingly well, like Tottenham have. It's sloppy. It is very sloppy, but people make mistakes. They're human beings, but got to concentrate.
Do you think we should be able to stop football matches? Let's say that what on Saturday happened, and a minute later they suddenly find they've made an error. Would that be a better way of doing it? Saying, right, we'll restart, but if we have to stop it because we think we've made a mistake.
We're taking away from the great game, aren't we? We'll keep on going back. You know, if it happens once, then we'll keep on going back. You know, made a mistake, that's the way it is. You know, someone scores an own goal, a bad back pass, you know, we don't go, oh, stop, wait there a minute. He didn't mean to pass that ball back that softly, and then start again. It's one of them situations that, as I keep on going, they made mistakes. They're human beings. It's not a computer. You know, it's probably right virtually every time. They're human beings, but they've got to concentrate. You know, they've got a job to do, and they got to understand that their job is massive now. I mean, the way the game's going, it's probably more important than anybody else's what they're doing upstairs at VAR.
Yeah, it was their worst moment by a distance on Saturday. I don't think we should go too mad over it, but I do think we need a proper explanation. I'm sure we'll get one off Howard Webb, hopefully.
Should the game be replayed?
I think that's dodgy territory because there are other incidents where Howard has apologised for. You think of the Wolves, one at Man United, so that opens a can of worms, so I would be against that.
Well, I'm a great believer and follower and supporter of VAR, and what people have got to realise that before VAR came in, the referees were making one game-changing error every 3 games. That's been cut down dramatically. And it'll get better and better. There'll be better technicians, they'll be quicker, there'll be more technology coming in. You've got to be patient. And in the end, it comes down to human error again. And of course, you'll get 1 or 2, and it happens. But it was a lot worse before VAR, I can tell you that. It's really, in my opinion, improved the game, improving the accuracy, and people have got to accept it. And it will get quicker as time goes on, like any form of technology. Don't forget, it's still in its infancy. It only came in the World Cup in Russia in 2018. So it's still young. It's only 5 years old. You wait and see. It'll get better and better as the years go on. And now you're going to get more communication with. You'll see it on the screens. The referee will explain what the decision was for. Stick with it.
I couldn't understand what was going on. Obviously, I was waiting for the line. There was no line. It was checked really quick. I was really confused, but of course happy because I wanted Tottenham to win. But I said before, for the sake of the game, I was very surprised, and it's one of those ones we shouldn't be talking about VAR. We should be talking about the game, but then we have no choice because of the mistake, and it was hard to sort of understand it. Of course, I can imagine that obviously the Liverpool fans, the manager and the players, obviously they'll be frustrated, of course. And I thought Klopp was really calm in his post-match interview because obviously the statement hadn't come out anyway.
I was an advocate of VAR, but it needs to be implemented properly, and I've got to be careful what I say. But all I will say to you, the decision and the way it was decided was very, very disappointing for everybody. Liverpool Football Club in particular, but everybody in the game, because once again we're questioning the validity of VAR. As I said to you before, I'm an advocate of it, but it needs to be implemented properly, and it certainly wasn't at the weekend. If you've got rules, stick to the rules, with the drawing lines, the not drawing lines, you know, and surely communication is key. And it was saying that there was a breakdown in communication between the 2 officials, one at Stockley Park and one on the pitch. And that can't be right. So that's what I mean. It needs to be cleaned up. It needs to be implemented properly. And when I say properly, whereby we're not having these farcical situations.